Welcome back to Fieldy's Backtracks. Finally we're back. I've been done a video for a while, so I thought maybe it's time I got back into it. It's been a lot on since the new year, so anyway, we're into it. I hope you had a great new year and Christmas and all that sort of stuff. I know it's a bit late, we're coming up to, well, we're in May now. Anyway, today I've got a mission out to Jigalong Aboriginal community where I'm doing a photography mission. Most of you know that I'm a photographer and a musician by definition. Anyway, we're heading out there for a photography mission. But today's video is going to be on this car again. This is another one on this car. But I've been running the car with the new motor, the M57 motor now for, it's coming up 2 years, I think. We've done about 30,000 Ks. She's just due for a service now, so I'll do a service after this trip. But what I wanted to touch on today, there's a few things. One, is it worth doing? Was it worth me spending $60,000? And I know a lot of you guys are going to go, what the what are you doing, Daz? Anyway, although this is my pride and joy, I'll do it. And then one mission led into another, and it was like, we may as well do it, you know. While it's apart, we'll do this. While it's apart, we'll do that. Oh, these you normally fail, let's upgrade it, you know, blah, blah, blah. So it turned into, as I touched on a previous video, went from like, we started out at 20-25 grand for a motor and gearbox changeover, and it blew out to 60 thereabouts, maybe a bit over, but about $60,000 I ended up spending on this car, and that's the motor. And then I've updated a few other things, like I just freshened everything up, so it's like a new car again. But anyway, let's get we'll just touch on whether it's worth that money, and what's gone wrong, what's been good, what's been bad, would I do it again, all that sort of stuff. So if you want to find out, stick around. We'll be touching on a lot of this stuff later. So, but in the meantime, I've got about 70 or 80 Ks to drive till I get to the turn-off at Jigalong, another 100 Ks or so into Jigalong. So it's a good mission anyway. So sit back, relax, grab your favourite drink, and yeah, tune in. See you soon. Just taking the exit to Jigalong, and you can sort of you can tell we were on our way to Jigalong. Look at this, I'll spin this around. There's one dead car, shitloads of rubbish. Another dead car, 1, 2, 3. There's another one on the way in. And Newman's back that way, about 40, 50 Ks, something like that, 50 Ks. And then we're heading down this road, about 100 Ks down here. So now, this is the other reason why I spent so much on the engine conversion, because I travel remote. So anyway, so look, one thing, we'll get straight into what we like about the engine conversion, and is it worth it and all that sort of stuff. We'll get into the details. One thing I do love about it, the first thing, it's so smooth. The power is lovely. The gearbox is smooth. Fuel economy is great. So traveling out here is fantastic. And incidentally, yesterday, there's a butterfly. Incidentally, last night, there he is. Last night I thought, I've been sort of fine tuning my shocks. I've got those ARB BP51s, fully adjustable remote res shockies. They're so good. Been fine tuning them for a while, but I thought I spent a little bit more time tuning them and adjusting to the conditions that I drive to. And I just dropped the compression 1 click yesterday and the rebound 1 click, and oh my god, the difference is just unreal. Even just one click, it's unreal. Anyway, right, we're going to get into it. Heading down this road. I will see you back soon with some more. In the Outback here, I've just found the prime example of why we look after our tyres and why a tyre gauge is imperative. Check this poor car out. So, Holden Commodore, look at that tyre. Absolutely shredded, just shredded. And now they're stuck on the side of the road, even the back tyre. That other one's a bit flat. But yeah, stuck in the middle of nowhere. I know Jigalong's just down the road there, and I've just finished my job down there, so I'm on my way back. So yeah, but I just wanted to show the example of that, of why it's important to have like good tyres. And then the tyre gauge, tyre pressure monitor. So anyway, carry on. Hey mate, can't park there, eh? Poor old Falcon. She's seen better days, that's for sure. I've never seen so many dead cars on this road, on a road at all. There's so many cars that are burnt out and broken down and busted out here. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But she's a hard road. The corrugations are pretty heavy. So yeah, it's hard on the gear out here, all these roads. So yeah, well, that brings me up to number 2. What else do I like? I like the power, and like I said before, the power and fuel economy. Especially fuel economy, with the fuel going as much as it is these days. You know, having a better fuel economy is in anybody's book great, but to have more power as well and smoothness, so I like all that part. What else do I like about the engine conversion? Well, the automatic is nice and smooth as well, and then it's got sport mode, full manual mode. We did the gearbox upgrade as well, so it's good for 1,000 horsepower. So we did a full rebuild on the gearbox, all the heavy duty goodies in it. So that all makes a difference too. So yeah, just the pleasure of driving the car. I mean, the car's 22, coming up 22 years old, and I bought it new, as I've said in previous videos. But this engine and gearbox, yeah, it's been good. Is it 60 grand's worth? Have to wait and find out, see what I think at the end. Back soon. You good there, mate? You're just waiting for a mate, are ya? Seen better days too, hasn't it? It's coming up to a floodway up here. I'm going to show you the floodway and some of this road that we're driving on. So I'll flip this around. Look at these rocks. This is the road corrugations, harsh rock. Yeah, it's very hard on the tyres, the suspension. Yeah, beautiful country though, like absolutely beautiful. I just love this country out here. Getting out in the bush. Anyway, carry on. I had to pull over. I've just seen a couple of old cars that I just had to stop and have a look. Check this out. I know half of it's gone, but that's an old panel van. The old HT panel van. Front's missing, obviously. There's the engine there. Look, old red motor. It's the old red motor. Oh, it's 186. Yeah, 186. Unreal, isn't it? I haven't seen one of these for years. And look what else is over here. Just flip this around. And this looks like, what is an XB? I think it's an XB wagon. Oh no, it's a Regal. It's a Valiant. I thought it was an XB from the road. That's a Valiant wagon. Geez, I haven't seen one of those for a while. Seen better days. Poor little thing. Yeah. Things you see in the bush, eh? Unbelievable. That's cool as. Right, well, I've pulled over here for a second just to see those two cars. Number 3 that I like, whether you're German or English or whatever. Number 3, I like this little gauge on the dash. Now, I'm going to try and get in closer. This little gauge here that he's changed, and it's got top right corner is engine temperature, and the top right corner, top left corner where it says 90 degrees, that's the engine, and the 72 on the right, that's the transmission, and obviously the gear selector. So D, the normal drive one, and I can go sports mode or I can go full manual mode. Now under that I've got obviously the voltage for the electrical system, and then on the bottom right is boost, is my turbo boost. And then when I turn it on at night time, and I've probably been through this in other videos, but I like this, is it goes orange when you turn your lights on as well. So to me, next to the gauges, like to the tire pressure gauges, so he's got temperature, tire temperature and pressure, and what number it is, and then I can also monitor my spare as well. So the spare's on there as well. So I like to be able to monitor a couple of things, which is your temperatures and your pressures, tire pressures, especially when you're out here so remote, as I demonstrated just before in that Commodore earlier with the tyres. And I see so many tyres on the side of the road here and so many broken down and burnt out cars. Anyway, that's number 3 that I like about this engine conversion and what we've changed with this, along with, I'll add this while as part of 3.5, possibly maybe 4. So this gear selector switch, it's all electronic, so it's just like tappy, and then sports mode, so your side tappy into drive, sports mode, manual mode, and then back to park. How fancy is that? Anyway, yeah. All right, I'm going to keep going. I couldn't drive past this one. This is unbelievable. I haven't seen one of these for ages. Ready? Whooper. EH. How's that? Sun's gone down a little bit. It's unreal, isn't it? Obviously been stripped for parts too, some bits. Things you see in the bush, eh? It's unreal. Now I didn't film, as I said before, I finished my photography job and I didn't film any of Jigalong because it's a closed community, it's an Aboriginal community, and I don't have permissions and stuff. This is a last minute rush job, so I didn't have time to do any of that. So I didn't film any of that. I just thought I'd film a little bit on the road, on the way out there and on the way back. Look, straight across the road from that EH. Commodore, another Commodore. Burnt out. Upside down. The usual Outback stuff. Yeah. Oh, what's got up there? The ants or something in my pants. Yeah, big wide roads. It's corrugations. Corrugations are pretty thick. I don't know if I can get that on the camera. Yeah, there you go. Right, so what else do I like about this engine and this conversion? It's easy to work on. It's plenty of space in the bonnet. I'll just quickly pop the bonnet so I can show you. I don't want anyone to think I'm broken down. But have a look at this. I mean, I've shown you this before, but look, plenty of space. There's room left and right around it everywhere. Easy to check the oil, easy to check the water. Air filter's got a clear box on it, you know. It's easy to work on. So it's no dramas at all. Some issues that I have had with this, I've had the turbo hoses pop off. So this one here, that one's popped off from the turbo. This one down here's popped off, just under there. Now I've done another washer motor. That's been playing up. So I've ordered a new one of those. This one's popped off a couple of times. So I've put all new clamps and stuff on. So that's been no dramas. But easy to change the oil, easy to check the oil. Oil filters here. Power steering here, like just easy. Easy to work on, and nothing too complicated. It's not like there's massive like computers and all sorts of stuff. Now I've got now the fuel pump is under here somewhere. I don't know whether I can see it or not. Somewhere under here. I don't know whether I got that or not. Can't see shit. Anyway. So, that's what I like about the conversion. What don't I like? Coming up very soon. I've just come across something else. I'm just going to flip this around and give you a look. We're just near a working cattle station as well. So this is on the way to Jigalong. and I'm heading back towards Newman. Now, let me just show you, I'll flip this around. Working cattle yards. And this is from Ethel Creek. I'm pretty sure it's Ethel Creek Station runs these ones, because that's not too far. So, working cattle yards. And lo and behold, across the road, oh, there's another car. A broken down, busted car. Yep. So, speaking of busted down and broken cars, that brings me on to stuff that I don't like about this car. I mean, about this conversion. So, number one, it leaks oil. Fixed it a few times, and it's not too bad. It's just weeping a little bit at the front. But my transfer case is leaking, and it's constant maintenance. You know, I just hate oil leaks. But it's a minor thing, really. But it's one of the things, it just peeves me about it. It leaks oil, and that just annoys me. Number two that I don't like, it's constant maintenance. I mean, and that's not really the engine or the car's fault, because, you know, this environment is hard on any sort of car and vehicle out here, and people, anything, which needs constant maintenance. And this thing is no exception. I mean, it's a 22-year-old car, coming up 22, and there's always something. There's either a wheel bearing's loose, or, you know, needs adjusting, or, you know, there's an oil seal leaking, or something's come loose. I've got to find it. Something's tripping out. It goes into limp mode sometimes, and I've got to reset it and find that. So, you know, there's no major dramas. It hasn't left me stuck on the side of the road without me being able to trace where it is. It's not too bad, but that's one of my pet peeves about that. So yeah, anyway, I'll get out of these flies, carry on, and we'll continue with what I don't like about this car. I had to turn around for this one. Like, I went barreling down the road and I thought, what the? I just spotted this one here. A coupe, or a 4-door. Now, what is that? That's it's like an XB, an XC, isn't it? There's a big hole down there. I thought it was a fastback, 2-door, from the road. Have a look at that. Whether he's rolled it, look, there's door panels here and bonnets over there. Mind you, the motor's gone out of it. But I wonder if he's rolled it. And this is where it's stayed. Hey, original paint. Be careful I don't fall down one of these holes. Amazing stuff, isn't it? From what you see out here. Unbelievable. Anyway, let me know if you go out, how remote you go, and what you've seen on the road. Yeah, drop it in the comments. Like, what's the weirdest thing you've seen on the side of the road when you've been out driving? So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. I think here's the Ethel Creek turnoff. Pretty sure. What's his sign say? Yeah. Ethel Creek Station that way. You've been this way. Alrighty. another thing that I love out here in the bush, I'm just going to go and have a quick look. I'm going to flip this around and show you. And I've shown you before this sort of stuff. This is a monster though. Termite mounds. They're just huge. Look at this one. It's like a friggin' hotel. Termite hotel. Like it's a resort, this one. Look how big it is. I'll get next to it and show you how big. Oh, this is one of the biggest ones I've seen. That's why I had to stop. Look at that. That is huge. Look at this. I'm near on 6 foot. This thing's got to be 8-10 foot high, 8 foot. It's huge. Love it. It's what's unique about being out here in this sort of landscape. You see things like this, which I love. You don't see that sort of thing in the city or anything. So that leads me to the last thing. Well, one of the last things that I can think of right now that just annoys me about this build, about this engine conversion, whether it's worth it or not, whether it's a make or break, I don't know. I don't think so, but it is a performance engine, and Lucas did tell me that, and that's fine. I understand that. We've got finer tolerances, and we have built it to last and then detuned it. So, but if I get up it, if I'm into it, it's a hot day, it does get hot. It hasn't overheated, but it does get hot. So and then it cools down quick enough. It comes back, sits on regularly like a normal day, like today, which is, we're probably 35 today, and the engine temperature just cruising out here on these sort of roads. Sitting on about 90 to 100, skipping over these speed bumps. Thank you. I know you were saying that on your chair. But anyway, it sits on about 90, 91 degrees, which is fine for it. It's an alloy block. Here's another one of these. It's on the other side, right next to the road. If I'm up it, overtaking trucks, say I go to Port Hedland, and I'm coming back overtaking quads, and I do 4 or 5 quads in a row, and I wah around the quad, wah. Well, she starts to get up around 100, 105, 110 even. It can do that, and if it's a hot day, it can go higher. So I just got to back it off and just let it cool down, and it does that. That's fine. But if you take some other engines, I don't know, I've heard some of the other guys on the YouTube sit on, the Cummins will sit on 70 or 80 degrees, and that's just all day. But it's different sort of engine, obviously. So horses for courses. Anyway, am I happy with this engine? Yes. Am I happy with the gearbox? Yes. Am I happy with the cost and what we've done, which I will go into a little bit further very soon. So, as I've just been doing this review and telling you about what I like and what I hate about this car, it's just happened again. So it's gone into limp mode. I'm not really sure why. This is one of the things that absolutely shits me to tears. It doesn't just annoy me, it shits me to tears. I think it might be that actuator's hot as fuck down there though. I think there might be that connection. See, that connection's sort of touching this pipe. So I'm not sure. I think Lucas changed it a little bit, but I don't know what's going on with that, whether it's fixed it or not. So yeah, it's one of the things that annoys the piss out of me. And I'm like 100 meters from where I just had this last video, and I'm still nowhere to be seen. I'm still a fair way from the main road even. So anyway, I've turned it off. I'll reset it. So that, turn it off, take the key out, that resets it. And I'll restart it, and hopefully that's got me the boost back. But yeah, I've still got a fair way to get back to Newman if this is in limp mode, so that's going to be a little bit annoying. Anyway, right, see how we go. See how that goes, eh? That wasn't it. So now I'm just got no boost. We're limping it back to town. After all the bloody shit, I've talked it up and whatever, and now it's played up. I don't know what it is. Anyway, tried to reset it, but right, I'll try and limp it back to Newman, and I'll see you back there. Well, we're back home now after our little dramas the other day. It's a couple of days on, and what it turned out to be was a little MAF sensor. There was air getting in, and I'll just show you this MAF sensor. It's down here. This piece right here on the manifold. So that's rubber mounted, and that had just vibrated out a bit. So it was creating air getting in behind it. So I put it back in properly onto this manifold, and she's good as gold now. So on the way home, I rang Lucas, and we have the Android phone and the connection to the OBD sensor, and we use this little program called Bimmer Tool, this one here. And what that does is it gives you all of the diagnostics, and then it runs a diagnostic through the OBD, and then it tells you what it is. So he ran it through with me on the side of the road. We reset the codes, reset everything, boom, I've got boost back. So that was all good. And then all I had to do was trace where that air leak, because it said there was an air leak. So that was all good. Yeah, and then we're back in business. So back at home, and I've been testing it for the last couple of days. It's been good as gold. So that leads me on to, there was one more thing on this video that I wanted to touch on that I don't like about this, and that was it smokes in the morning. Like, it doesn't smoke all the time. When it starts up, it just like smokes, and that's probably normal. And maybe if I'm going down a hill, idling down hills, it might just, you know, trail a bit of the old bat smoke trail, and it stinks like it stinks. So I don't like that part about it. But anyway, we'll work it out. That's all good. So would I spend 60 grand again on this car, on this motor? Well, first of all, GU Patrols are a great platform. Like, they're a great forward drive to start with. Like, the platform's good. You can turn them into a tourer. You can turn them into an extreme off-road vehicle with, you know, 3 or 4 inch lifts and 35, 37 inch tires, whatever. You can go nuts on these things, or you can build it to tow a caravan. And that's the best part about these things. The 3 litre motors are pretty shit, as everybody knows. So to swap it over for a 3 litre BMW for a similar sort of money, as long as you don't go overboard like I did, I think it's worth every cent. Cummins, I mean, there's a lot more to it. They're bigger, heavier, all that sort of thing. I don't know. I don't have one. I've only seen what I've seen on Mac and TJ and Build Wars on the YouTube. LS, I mean, they're thirsty, good fun, thirsty. Or do you put the same motor back in for 20, 25 grand and have it maybe happen again, you know, grenade on you? So I don't know. I think I went the right way with this one. This is good, easy to get parts for. They're pretty cheap. They run great, good fuel economy, great power, and you can tune them like to really good power if you wanted to. So yeah, the reason I spent 60,000, how did that work? Well, we ground up built it basically. Everything's new in it, and then I went overboard with things like, you know, brand new aircon pumps and brand new, you know, everything. Even this manifold, which I've shown you before. This manifold is a cast manifold, and then I've had it ceramic coated. Same with my exhaust manifold. That's been ceramic coated by Pilbara Surface Treatments. And if you want anything ceramic coated, give them a call, eh? Pilbara Surface Treatments. You'll find them on the Facebook and that. And then ASL Mods did all of this. The backup service from ASL Mods was awesome. I mean, I can ring him anytime and he's there on the phone. Me panicking on one end, oh, this is going wrong. He's like, calm down, it's not this, just do this. I'm like, oh, never been any major issues. So that's the reason that I spent that sort of money. So, I mean, you might think, okay, 60,000 is a lot of money for an engine conversion with a gearbox. That is a lot of money, because it is. But I thought, what am I going to get for this car? I'll sell it for, you know, maybe 8, 10 grand with all the accessories and everything even on it, even in as good a condition as it's in. Get nothing for it. And then what can I buy for that sort of money? You know, 60 grand doesn't even get you a brand new Hilux or an MUX, Isuzu D-Max or anything. You know, I don't know, let alone a Patrol or a Cruiser. You might be able to get something secondhand, but I thought, the rest of the car's good. I might as well put a new motor and gearbox in it, and then it's a brand new car again. And the difference that it's made to the car, the thing drives like a completely different car. Heaps of power and better fuel economy. It's great. It's so smooth and fun to drive, really fun to drive. So yeah, anyway, let me know if you would do it. Would you spend that sort of money, or would you just buy a new car? You wouldn't have to spend as much as I did, but anyway, I go remote. I wanted to be able to get back from where I'm going. So yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. That's the reason this video is going, because, you know, is it worth it? And what's been like in the last almost 2 years? It's been good. A few things have annoyed me, have gone through in this video. So anyway, yeah. So leave it in the comments. What sort of, are you a Patrol guy? Are you a Cruiser guy? Would you do a conversion like this, or would you just buy a new car? Anyway, hope you've enjoyed your day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time on Fieldy's Backtracks.